Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, June 18th. From the San Antonio Express News, my name is Luis Vasquez, and this is your Express Briefing. All of the stories you need to know to start your day. You can expect mostly sunny skies and a high of 91. Coronavirus numbers in Bexar County increased dramatically again on Wednesday, with 269 new cases, 29 new hospitalizations, and 1 death. We'll be at the City-County Coronavirus Briefing this evening, and we'll keep updating our timeline on the virus in San Antonio. Our gardening gurus Calvin Finch and Neil Sperry will share their wisdom about tomato plants today, and our taste team visited 10 of the city's best places for fruit cups, mangonadas, aguas frescas, and a rainbow of Mexican-inspired cold creations. Look for a report on that later today. And now, your top headlines for the day. The Texas Historical Commission recognized Alamo's Mission-era church as a verified cemetery on Wednesday and reluctantly supported plans to improve areas along the south and east boundaries of the state-owned historic site. The commission denied proposals from 2 descendant groups to declare areas outside the church an unverified cemetery, which could have at least temporarily halted the $400 million public-private makeover of the plaza. That decision could change in the future, but for now, the new designation could affect future plans to make improvements. Scott Huddleston has all the details. Risking a confrontation with Governor Greg Abbott, Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff mandated that businesses must require customers and employees to wear masks after the governor once again refused to allow local officials to make masks mandatory for all residents. In a surprising twist, however, Abbott didn't object to Wolff's order, saying that his order allowed counties to impose those restrictions on businesses all along. Wolff just finally figured that out, Abbott said. Reporter Joshua Fechter traces how Wolff's actions created a domino effect that included other large Texas cities and H-E-B locations across the state. City officials are continuing to urge San Antonio residents to take part in the 2020 census before census workers start making door-to-door visits to non-responsive households, which is scheduled to begin on August 11th. In a presentation on Wednesday, Berta Rodriguez, the city's census administrator, said that the U.S. Census Bureau's goal is for 67% of San Antonio's households to respond to the 2020 census before those follow-up visits start. Right now, San Antonio is falling short of that goal, with 58.2% of its households having responded. Peggy O'Hare looks at how the city is trying to get on track and what's at stake with this census. NBA teams are expected to arrive at the Disney complex from July 7th through the 9th. Once there, players and staff will be greeted with what might be described as a summer camp for germaphobes. There will be swimming pools to enjoy during the downtime, although social distancing will be enforced. There will be ping pong, although the NBA guidebook insists on one-on-one play, so no doubles. Jeff McDonald examines more of the perks and restrictions inside the bubble the NBA is planning in Orlando, as well as why the league's commissioner says life inside the bubble might not be for every player. Next up are your need-to-know headlines. You can find all of these headlines and more in your Express News subscription. Bexar County officials have reported 269 new confirmed coronavirus cases on Wednesday and 1 new death as the virus continued to spread across the region at a heightened pace. Henry Cisneros, the former San Antonio mayor and U.S. Housing Secretary, tested positive for COVID-19 antibodies. He believed he was exposed to the coronavirus in February in New York City. Texas Senator John Cornyn said Congress is prepared to step in to protect the so-called Dreamers if the Supreme Court allows President Donald Trump to scrap an Obama-era program that protects them from deportation. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton alleges in a lawsuit that San Antonio's My Education solution charges what amounts to thousands in fees for loan forgiveness services that are available for free elsewhere. Sun Country Airlines is scheduled to offer its first flight in 6 months from San Antonio International Airport on Friday, but the nonstop service to Minneapolis might not last long. A San Antonio business owner turned a drive-through car inspection into a drive-through COVID-19 testing site on the city's northeast side. The Express News editorial board writes, "We need to reframe the defunding conversation as the relocation of police funds, not the dismantling of the police force." A series documenting sexual abuse within the Southern Baptist churches, jointly reported and published by the San Antonio Express News and the Houston Chronicle, has won the Headline Foundation's Gold Showcase Award for Enterprise and Innovation in Journalism. George Floyd's family is asking for a United Nations inquiry into American police brutality. The families of Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown, and Philando Castile have also called for the UN to step in. A former Mexican border governor, whose short time in office was marred by allegations of massive embezzlement, admitted on Wednesday to laundering money through Texas banks. The Army said Staff Sergeant Jared Esquivel Harless, suspected of killing his wife and 4 children in a murder-suicide in their home on the city's far north side, was buried without receiving military honors. December's private jet episode triggered a wave of embarrassing headlines, oversight changes, and soul-searching at IDEA Public Schools. School leaders have said they are now grappling with how to maintain its corporate-like culture while abiding by more traditional expectations about how public school districts should be run. The stakes are high, not just for IDEA, but the entire charter school movement. And now for the fun stuff. It's hard to deny the appeal of pork cracklings, or chicharrones as they're more commonly known in San Antonio. All of that crunched, often with a dash of fiery chile, they're an addictive snack, but they're full-on carnivore snacks. A new product on the shelves at Central Market now gives vegans an alternative. Starting Friday afternoon, visitors to the Witte Museum will be able to see a mounted skeleton of a Quetzalcoatlus nothrapi, a Texas pterosaurus. San Antonian Robert Rodriguez is part of boxing's reopening night tonight in Las Vegas. The McCullen High School graduate is in good hands. With COVID-19 cases spiking in San Antonio and across the state, we're seeing intensified friction between state and local leaders over how to manage the crisis. We discuss this on this week's edition of the Puro Politics podcast. This was your Express Briefing. My name is Luis Vasquez. Consider becoming an Express News subscriber to get in-depth coverage on all the stories you heard today. Also, be sure to rate and review this podcast in your Apple Podcast apps, as it really helps the show. Hope you have a wonderful day, everyone.